Yo, what's going on, you guys? Your boy Pony Montana, and in this video we are going to be going over one of the most overpowered abilities in Madden 23. If you guys add this to your defense, you're gonna start winning more games, hands down. Now, before I get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are on the road to 14,000 subscribers, and we cannot do that without your help. So if you guys haven't already, subscribe, like the video, comment down below on anything you guys are you need help with, and I'll try my best to make a video for you guys. Also, if you guys are looking for more direct help, man, link to the Discord is down in the description. So if you guys are looking to join a nice little community, by all means join the Discord. Blah 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 blah. Let's get right into it. Now, this is literally one of the most overpowered abilities in the game, and it's something that is starting to sprinkle in with more players. If you guys are playing Madden Ultimate Team, and not a lot of people are using O-line abilities, so this is literally one of the best things in the game to use, and I am talking about edge threat. Now, right now, Nick Bosa on the Niners has edge threat, and a lot of people get confused on how to use edge threat when it comes to Madden. Now, first off, when you're running edge threat in any light, your defender has to be on the edge. It's literally called edge threat. So right now, let's take the match meta, and we're gonna come out in wing slot offset, and we're just gonna pass some random stuff. And you got Nick Bosa here. Okay, the match meta is absolutely, it's a really good meta for defensive purposes, but as you can see how he lights up, it gives us a chance. I know my defensive end user is terrible, but when it comes to edge threat, you don't even have to user anybody. You just pretty much let that guy go to work, and as you can see, the insta shed, he got an insta win there, just because of how good the ability is. Now, most people online aren't using any type of pass line ability, so this is going to happen very often, where they end up getting that instant shed. So what most of the competitive players are doing, well, not most of, but a good amount, they're putting two edge threats on both sides of your defensive line. So right now, if this was your Madden Ultimate Team, you'd have edge threat on Bosa and you'd have edge threat on Omenihu. But Bosa is literally, he's pretty much the main, he's the star of the show right now, because right now all we're looking for is to see him light up. He gets that quick light up, and he's just gonna get that insta shed over and over and over and over again. It's a super win. It's a super win is what EA would like to classify it as. So every single time, I think that's the first time that it didn't happen, but obviously Nick Bosa is good enough to actually get the shed on his own. And this is an ability that, especially if you're playing online, is just gonna non-stop work. They're gonna keep on getting the shed and go absolutely crazy. Now, granted, the sheds in Madden are already pretty decent, but obviously with an ability, it just makes it 10 times better. And edge threat is that ability that's gonna literally take your game from just a pee-wee level up to a different level. Because right now, again, the best way to disrupt anybody who's like a good passer is by getting pressure while they're sending two people, 2, 3, 4 people. That's how you beat any good quarterback in real life. That's how you beat any good quarterback in Madden. It's the same concept. It begins in the trenches. So the more abilities you have up there with your defense, pretty much clamping up everything on the outside, the better off you're going to be. You're not going to struggle too much against anybody. Now, a few tips when it comes to running edge threat. First, you don't have to user. So you don't have to user that Nick Bosa. He will eventually just keep on getting those type of sheds, and then that's going to be the case. You're going to get more sheds more often, right? You don't have to user it. Second tip, stop containing your edge threats. People will equip edge threat on their players and then complain about their edge threat not working. Once you put your defensive players in a contain, yeah, and I'm going to run commit here just so that we can get Nick Bosa pretty much unactivated. So once you contain with your edge threat, their job isn't to rush the quarterback. Their job is to contain. So even Nick Bosa with edge threat, we're looking for pressure to pretty much be clamped up the middle. Like we need the pressure up the middle clamped up. As you can see, as long as we stay in the middle of the pocket, we have all day to make a read. Oh, and my controller just died. So when you guys contain, which is R1 and R1, you're pretty much just trying to make sure that the quarterback is pretty much in the pocket, and that's exactly what it does. It pretty much negates any type of pass rushing ability. So if you guys choose to not go with edge threat, as you can see, this is completely different from the first 10 times we called hike. Nick Bosa pretty much got in every single time, but since we stayed in the pocket, these two guys out here, and yes, I do have my squigglies, but these two guys out here pretty much had no impact on the play. So if you're facing somebody and you're constantly seeing that they're putting their guys in contains, all you have to do is double team one of the interior guys and just stand in the pocket. That's a nice little side tip for those of you guys who are struggling against stuff like this. But once they contain, it's over. If you have a mobile quarterback, and again, we're even talking about ways to kind of beat it, but if you have a mobile quarterback, you can sort of kind of double team one of the edge threats and kind of roll out to that side. So again, we're talking about edge threat being an overpowered ability, and it's just one of those things. Joe Burrow's not the most mobile quarterback, but again, edge threat, that's the video. We are making sure that you are not containing your edge threats, and they have to be on the far outside of the defense. Right now, since I am in this position, as you can see, I'm spreading the D-line and Bosa's not moving because he's already on the furthest point outside that he can go as a lineman. So once we call hike, he'll end up getting a nice little shed, or he'll light up. As you can see, he lights up. Granted, horrible example, he did not shed that time, which is who knows why, but let's call it one more time just to see him light up, and then he ends up getting a nice shed, and boom. Now most people are running two of these, one on one side and one on the other side, just to make it a little bit more dangerous. That's exactly what it's going to do. It's going to lead to sheds like this. Oddly enough, Joe Burrow breaks 2 tackles that time and makes it even worse. I'm just going to show the replay on that, and then I will get up out of here because this is what happens off the edge nonstop. These kind of animations, it happens non-stop, and it's just going to result in more sacks and more throw under pressures and more stuff like that, where you're pretty much going to be eaten. Now I'm just going to come out in wide real quick to see if the sheds come better out of this formation. As you can see, they're pretty spread wide, so we're just gonna call hike and see what Bosa does. All right, so Bosa doesn't get the shed that we wanted him to. He didn't even light up there. So hey, again, play with different formations. I know one of the best formations to run this out of, to run edge threats out of, is 2-4-5. 2-4-5 works very, very well with edge threats. I believe big nickel over G works really well with edge threats. So again, you gotta mix and match with certain defenses, but all in all, you will be getting more sheds, more insta wins, and the game's just going to be a lot easier. As you can see right there, perfect. That's what we want. And he's lit up, but he has relentless, I believe, so it doesn't really do anything to his edge threat ability. As you can see, it does nothing for the edge threat ability. It's literally just something that helps the rest of the O-line, I'm pretty sure. So that is it for the video, boys and girls. My name is Pony Montana. I will see you guys in the next one. If you guys are struggling with anything, leave it down in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to find something for you. As always, 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out, you guys.